let me know when the screen changes there. All right, getting a thumbs up, which means that the show has begun. The engineer is giving me a thumbs up. It feels so good. It means I get to start, I get to go, I get to begin telling you what this is all about. What this is all about is a chance for me to carve out some time in my life to have fun, some time to build community and meet new people like Mike Martinez over here, who I'm meeting for the first time, and to utilize my studio and practice all the AV stuff. And so in the tradition of this show, which is Asheville 8 Note, this is a live stream that's weekly, every Wednesday at 8. Check us out on YouTube and on Twitch and Facebook and Twitter. In the tradition of this show, I'm going to check and make sure that I'm audible. Oh, and I am. I'm coming through crystal clear. I'm also going to check and see if these camera angles are working. Can you see this? Can you see all the different aspects of me, who is Sam Irvin, your host of this show, Asheville 8 Note? I talked about why I did the show, what I do in this studio, Irvin Music Studio in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm really switching up the order of my introduction today. So we're in Asheville, North Carolina, and I offer private lessons in my studio, guitar and trumpet and drums and ukulele and synth and other stuff. And I play some of those instruments out and about in town, doing some event entertainment like weddings and corporate events and stuff. And I also offer composition coaching and do my own original projects, recording and mixing and such in this studio. And this show sort of falls into that third category of creative projects, right? Sound production. And that's about it for the intro of the show. I talk about what I do professionally as a musician. I talked about what this show is all about, but my guest deserves a little bit more introduction. I listened to the new Beekeepers EP this week that I think is new. All right. Newish. All right. And it sounds great. Right up my alley. I'm excited to talk about that. Also, I think you did something with the Get Right band recently. A man about town, a singer, lyricist, hip hop, reggae, rock, grungy sort of stuff. And he brought his guitar and an amp and a smaller instrument in a case. In fact, he just arrived about 5 minutes ago. So, live on camera on Asheville 8 Note. So before I ramble any longer, why don't you come ramble with me, Mike Martinez, aka Mad Mike. Guest intro music. Fancy little play button. All right. You're making it on.
Oh. Cool.
Welcome.
Thanks
How's
for
it
having
going?
me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
It's going all right. How about yourself?
You know, I'm pretty good too.
Yeah.
The weather today, I mean, rain.
I know. I just want to sleep all day.
Yeah.
It's kind of the move.
I wish I could have. You said you were busy today, right?
was.
What was keeping you busy?
Honestly, I was getting my car hit. Somebody hit my car earlier today.
Oh,
I had
no.
to deal with that all day. Yeah.
Did you catch him? Did you chase after him like a high-speed chase?
Yeah, it was a
and
high-speed chase. There was like a lot of like waka waka guitar happening.
Yes.
No, it was just really annoying. It actually happened right outside of my insurance agency, which is weird, but
Yeah, it's coincidental.
Yeah, I had absolutely no idea where they were, and like I was like pulling out of the lot. Lady like gave me all her information. I was pulling out of the lot, and I like look up, and I was like, oh, Augie Tamburello, that's my insurance agent right there. That's the person who came and told me somebody hit my car.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you're insured. That's a plus.
Turns out.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they are too.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I got in a car wreck, but it is important to exchange insurance information.
Yeah.
From what I
wasn't
understand.
in the car.
Oh, okay, well, that's good. I guess my first question should have been, are you okay?
Yeah. Nah, my neck hurts. This lady's gonna have to pay some lawyers fee. No,
Too
I'm
bad
fine.
you already said on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. No,
We're in
no,
the car.
no, I wasn't even there. It was good. It's fine. Everything's okay, I guess. But
Yeah.
it took a lot of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm finally on top of everything. I'm like in the groove. I've got my routine going, and then something like that happens. I've been chasing down internet technicians for this show, and the fourth one came to my house yesterday. Just
Nice.
eating up time, showing somebody around my beautiful like router, Welcome in. Check
You've
out my
never seen
router.
such a beautiful router.
And so now I'm paranoid and I'm like checking the feed to make sure that we're going through, but we are. People
Nice.
can hear us. They can
looks-
see us.
Looks like we are.
Yeah, it's happening. We're doing a show right now.
Mhm.
We're creating entertainment for people, which is what you do a lot with music, right? Did I
Yeah.
get through the list of your current projects?
Ish. I DJ honestly a lot these days.
Okay, cool.
That's kind of like honestly my main-ish gig is DJing these days. Then of course like Beekeepers, and I have another band, Big Blue, where it's like our cover band. It's like our bar band. But it's awesome. I have a lot of fun doing it. I think it sounds good. I am obviously biased, but
I hope you stand behind it.
yeah.
And stand in front of it. I
Yeah,
guess, when
but
you're singing.
if I hated it, I think I just wouldn't even do it. So it's worth the time.
So you're full time. You're making a scratch.
Yeah, I'm
with all the
full-time
music stuff.
musician. I do.
Yeah.
I work for BPR too. I'm an announcer.
Oh, okay,
but yeah,
nice.
between those things, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
sound.
such is life. Yeah.
What sort of environments are you DJing? Are you doing the wedding scene? Or are you in town with
Not really.
events?
Not really. It's like generally local events, or like tonight. I actually have a gig tonight at Shakey's, and we do vinyl on Wednesdays. So it's like a vinyl mix. It's like Sexy Wednesdays. So if you're trying to get sexy tonight, come to Shakey's.
All right.
Yeah, 10 to 2. I'll be there. For maybe 10:30.
I was about to say, if you need to scoot out, we'll talk about that during the break. Oh, I didn't mention that. We will be playing some music later.
Yeah.
So we'll chat for an hour and jam for an hour, such as the format of that show. This show.
The one that we're watching in our heads.
Right. I do. I try not to think too hard about what I look like when I'm performing or talking about things. Is what I'm saying interesting right now? I don't know. I try not to dig into that.
Yeah. Sometimes, right? That's where else you wouldn't do it.
Sometimes it becomes interesting, or sometimes I should dig into it.
Yeah. Just lean into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a nice plant you have here.
Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I always
kind
water
of
it
plant
on
is it?
camera. It is a succulent of some kind,
Okay.
so it doesn't need that much water. I'm not sure though. I'm not actually even sure where I got it.
Nice.
It looks like it's about time to give it a bigger pot.
It's doing good. It's looking alive.
It gets watered once a week.
Nice.
On the live stream.
Gets light,
That's right. Yeah.
You're doing great.
So you've got some radio chops going with BPR. Can I get a taste of your BPR announcer voice?
Mike, you're listening to Blue Ridge Public. Support for our programming comes from Sam Irvin.
Beautiful. Yeah, I like it. You're a radio.
Yeah. I try
The
to-
live stream guy's way out here because I don't know how to use a mic.
I just try to put the sexy on when I'm on the radio, If I can, I can. If it is sexy. If it's not sexy, sorry, y'all. Turns out I'm a creep. No.
Depending on who the sponsor is. How much?
I think it just... I don't know. At Shakey's, that's when you get ultimate sexy. But it's only because other people are doing it. Singing,
Oh, right. Yeah. So what is on the sexy playlist?
Ooh, I got what do I have out there today? I got some James Brown. I have some King Cruel. I've got some what else? What do we have? Some D'Angelo. Definitely some sexy D'Angelo. Some Brittany Howard, bringing out the ultimate sexy. Some DeBarge on deck for sure. That's
Okay, that's
a
some
little bit
sexy stuff.
Yeah.
Sexy Wednesdays.
Sexy Wednesdays at Shakey's.
I haven't been to Shakey's in forever.
It's
Since
they
pre-COVID
moved.
times.
They
Oh,
mo- they-
okay.
They're on North French Broad now. It's actually it's one of my favorite places to play
Oh, yeah.
and just hang out. Turns out I see them more than my own mom these days.
Is your mom in Asheville?
Yeah.
Are you from Asheville? Or are you a local
No,
dude?
no. I'm from New Jersey originally. I've been here for 14 years now though.
Oh, okay.
So I've been here for a long time. I've been here for quite a while.
2009?
Yep.
Oh, me too.
2009. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice.
Yep. I moved here with actually a lot of my family lives here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We all
They all
we
followed
kind
you,
of-
or did you guys come together?
No, I was the last to come here. I was like, I don't know about North Carolina, but then I came down here. I was like, I don't think I could ever go back to New Jersey. That's for sure. You know, like this is home. This is for sure, certain home now. You know, growing up, when I go back to New Jersey, I'm like, oh, this doesn't really feel like home anymore. You know, like I'm like, I can't wait to go home.
Yes,
So-
yeah. I do know. I'm only from Brevard, so I didn't make it very far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is pretty far. That's
I made it to the big city
yeah,
on the horizon. Asheville.
yeah.
Look at me go. Sometimes I still fantasize about getting away. Like, I don't know, I'm going to Japan soon.
Oh,
so
cool.
that's a big journey.
That's awesome.
Maybe I'll end up living in Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just never come back.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe. I'd move to Belize, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really like it down there. It's beautiful and it's cheap and the people are really nice and there's, I don't know. It's great. It's great. Just like lock me on an island by myself, I'd probably be fine, That's
Yeah.
what I learned about myself during the pandemic. I was like, maybe I don't want to be around people as much as I thought I did.
But as a performer, you kind of got to be extroverted, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's like, it's like fake not fake. I like being around people.
You're
but-
really inauthentic artist.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
yeah. I actually hate it. Get me out of this place. No. No, I think it's, it's just hard. It's hard. I have like social anxiety. So I think it's like real hard to like be around people all the time. But I gig 6 days a week. So generally
You're
I'm
pushing
around
through it.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no other option, but it's cool. I'm glad. I think, not a lot of people get to do that. And I do. And that's amazing. I would have it no other way.
I hear
Except
you.
to be on an island by myself. That's the only other way I'd have it.
Still performing somehow.
Yeah.
The turtles or whatever.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll just be releasing. You could, catch me on the internet. I'll be releasing music nonstop. That's it.
Yeah, I could do an island right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, spring is here. I'm
Mhm.
excited to get back to the weather.
Turns out.
Why we're here. What we're here to talk about. So what is it about? Sometimes I feel really energized by other people, and then sometimes I get the social anxiety really bad. And I
Mhm.
like classical guitar is my main thing, and so sometimes I'm just like kind of in the background, anyways,
Yeah.
which is kind of perfect. And tinkering, and like making music for me, like that tinkering or just exploring or like the complexity of all the parts fitting together
Mhm.
is what I really like about it. Do you think that you do music sort of I don't know, to combat the social anxiety, or do you I had like my last guest on was talking about how connecting with jamming with other people, like playing music with other people is really his like main reason why he does it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way sometimes, but I'm pretty solo a lot of the time, which I guess you are too, DJing and stuff
I actually
like
DJ
that.
with a partner usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I DJ by myself too. Like I do. I'm at Imperial Lounge on Tuesdays.
Love
and
that
that's
spot.
by myself. Me too. So
Yeah.
it's just like it's such a good vibe. But oftentimes I DJ with a cat named Ekbalam or Zeus. And that's my partner. Tonight I'll be with him, and we do Saturdays at Lazy Diamond together too. So and then Fridays at Shakey's as well.
Okay, so you're all
So,
you
yeah.
guys are together a lot,
Yeah.
but they don't cause you social anxiety.
No,
Your-
no,
your buddy.
not too much. Sometimes. No, not at all. Not really. Yeah, we've grown to become really, really, really good friends. Over the since we started DJing together. It's kind of all we do. Obviously, like at least 3 nights a week.
That can be enough for sure. Yeah. I've got some friends that I do that. Thinking of Kate, a violinist I play with a lot at weddings.
Yeah.
Or Zach. I have this improv duo, Dino Birds, and I'm excited for him to come over and record again this Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Tell me about the Beekeepers. How recent is that last EP? Because I saw different release dates.
It just went live on streaming. So 2 weeks live on streaming, but we did release it, I think, back in maybe either August or November on only Bandcamp. So it's not like super accessible. It's like now completely accessible on all the things, So recently, and
What's
also not really.
Massive Aggressive, right? Sorry, what were you saying?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
that was it. It's just live.
It's dope. I like it.
Thanks.
It's like old Incubus sort of stuff.
That's
I don't
cool.
know.
I like that.
As soon as
I'll
you
take
start,
that compliment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean it as a compliment. As soon as you start getting compared to anybody else, I get it. It's like, it's not.
No. I mean, I actually
but...
like Incubus, so I'll take that. It's Incubus with a little more rhythmic hip hop.
Yes, yeah, a little bit more flow in there.
Yeah. But I love Incubus. So
I'm kind of nerdy. It reminded me of the Flowbots a little bit too.
Flowbots, nice. I saw Flowbots at Grey Eagle a few years ago.
Oh yeah?
It's all the angsty anti-government propaganda that I'm sifting into the music.
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah. Do you feel? But there's a lot of sort of like backward or like goofiness in there too.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm a goofy individual. I'm a very serious goofy dude.
Okay. Yeah. Multifaceted guy. Yeah.
Little mad. Little sensitive,
Sensitive Mike doesn't
it just doesn't really
garner as much respect.
Yeah. Sad Mike. No.
Sad Mike, anxious Mike.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. I'm jealous. The grass is always greener. Sometimes I get really desirous to be out and about late night in town all the time. But I also like going out and playing shows and coming back home by like 8 or 9,
I wish there was a little bit more of that in my life. It's kind of, I'm now a completely nocturnal individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing, gotta be.
Yeah. I mean, I have like no other options, I generally go to bed at like 5 or 6 in the morning, So
that's because I guess when you're done, it's like you got to settle down.
Yeah,
you got to hang out with the people.
I want to hang out for a minute too, like after working. So tonight, generally tonight I would DJ 9 to 2. Then, when I get off of work, I'm like, I want to go now I want to hang out. I've been throwing a party for you guys for the past few hours, like let me hang out,
I would be crippled for like a week if I stayed up till 6 in the morning.
I was doing that and then waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning and going to BPR for a few hours every day.
Burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah, that was daytime and nighttime. Me is miserable.
Yeah. Now
you can catch me on the weekends. Blue Ridge Public Radio.
Blue Ridge Public Radio.
I won't do it. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not paying you that sweet Blue Ridge money, BPR money.
Yeah. Not yet. No.
We'll make something of this. Yeah. You promoted it with me. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, smash that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Instagram, I don't know if anybody is, or on anything besides YouTube, I think you're going to get a better experience on YouTube. I actually do record the video and the audio of this through Pro Tools and then edit it together and clean it up and re-release each of these as like a nicer, finer product. Cool. So you can find all of those on YouTube.
Sick.
gonna set up a
I know what I'm
Patreon.
doing when we get done here. I'm subscribing.
Yeah, that's right. Set a good example.
Yeah.
Each one helps. I think you got to get to like 1,000 or something
Yeah,
for
that's awesome.
something to happen. It used to be 100. You got your own custom URL,
Oh, really?
which was supposed to be an incentive. But now everybody gets their custom URL, and I was at like 99. Oh man.
You're like, no more incentive.
Yeah.
What is the incentive now? I'm terrible at YouTube things.
If you get to 1,000, you start to be able to get into like the paid program
Okay.
or advertisements.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 views or 1,000 subscribe?
Subscribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
But I don't know if the advertising's based on viewers too,
Yeah.
in which case, I don't know. Tell your friends about this as well. It's also a podcast. I made it a podcast recently.
Oh, cool.
So I'm really spitting it out there.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I love this show.
Me too, actually. I didn't even realize how many of my friends you have had on this show.
Oh
Turns out
yeah,
you've
let's
had a
talk
lot.
mutual acquaintances.
You've had a Sam Bruce, you've had a Ben Hovey, Rebecca.
Oh
Quinn.
yeah.
What else? Who else did I see on here that I was like,
These
are
are
all
great
my people.
choices. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, nice. I'm glad to hear those rather than some of my
And,
other guests. Am I right?
And then also Chris Tiller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are all so creative. Ben Hovey's like a mad genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I love him. I love him to death. Me and do you know Juan Holiday?
Yes, I keep meaning he's there's a sticky note over there that says invite Juan Holiday on the live stream.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
I just haven't gotten around to it.
You gotta have a Juan Holiday at some point in time. But me and him went and saw Ben Hovey do his Pitbull thing in like South Carolina. It was one of the most bizarre experiences ever, but it was
Tell me about that.
just the crowd. Just the crowd is like a weird crowd, but
Oh yeah, I'm
and
sure.
probably
Raucous, right?
just the space that you're in too. I was like in South Carolina. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. Turns out Pitbull's popping off on Twitter or TikTok because everybody was like 17 years old.
Weird, but Pitbull's like 50, right?
Yeah. I was like, good for you, man. Staying relevant. Go for it. That's kind of the name of the game.
TikTok's the goal. You got to have a certain amount of subscribers on your TikTok to do TikTok live, I think.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just take out the whole.
Yeah. I don't know anything about TikTok either. I'm like a very specifically Instagram focused individual.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
give me one social media. It's all a little too much. Even Facebook, I'm like, after 2020, I've kind of peeled back. I'm like, all right, not everybody needs to know all the things that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Just listen to my music. You can hear it there, That's about it.
Yeah, I try not to look at social media at all. It's terrible for me. I just, I do, like I was saying, I'm like, why am I not out until 6 a.m.? What am I doing with my life?
I promise you, sleeping probably way more than me.
I do love sleep, So I put my phone down, put the Facebook down, and I think about it for 2 seconds. I'm like, I love sleep.
Yeah. Turns out I'm anti-sleep. No, turns out I'm very pro-sleep. Get your rest, y'all. But
let's not talk about it too much. It was rainy all day.
Yeah. I just fall asleep right here.
Dead air.
I could, honestly.
All this granite.
Yeah. Face first.
So Instagram, I do see other DJs promoting on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's like
it's a really good place for it. I mean,
to splash like an image and what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like about it. You just, you're just projecting this image of the person that you want people to think that you are on the internet, and there you are on Instagram doing all the things. But I'm also a photographer, so I love using Instagram as for that platform to be able to like project, or put out some of the photography that I do. It's like, that is the only thing that I do that's a hobby, I think. I think most of my creative endeavors are now like, means of which to gain capital, but
Yeah, I can relate.
it's the only one that's not, which is, it's cool. I like that.
I'm keeping the drum set there in
Yeah.
that category firmly. I don't
In
know
that
if
category firmly, yeah,
yeah, hobby.
yeah. It's definitely, yeah. I'm just like, how can I make money off of photography? I don't know. I don't get it.
You got to spend money on the really nice cameras,
Yeah.
and then on a bunch of marketing,
Mm.
and then I don't know. I've got a student right now whose parents are those sorts of photographers who like take nature shots of like trees in Western North Carolina and whatever, and then print like a zillion of those and go to art like conventions or like those huge art exhibitions, and
Yeah, you're
make a whole
hustling.
living. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
hustling
awesome.
like pictures
Some
of
nature.
trees. Yeah.
I always admire the people who like press their art to like wood or metal. You ever see those? I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. You live in Asheville. It's there. It's everywhere. But I really like that. Maybe that's how I'll make my money in photography. If you see something you like, holler at me, y'all. Which camera should I look at?
Oh, I just switched to this camera.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
This is like 5 seconds behind, which is pretty
Yeah.
pretty nerve-wracking. So we never really know. I saw it glitch a couple of times near the beginning, and I was like, "Oh, is this gonna go out?" But it's not. It's still up.
Anything but that.
Oh, it's teetering. Yeah, we're a good like 10 seconds behind. It's driving me crazy, but it all seems to be working, which it's nice.
You're doing a good thing. The ones that I watched earlier today, they all seem to work as well.
I think you watched the edited, the refurbished ones.
Okay.
Yeah, the refined ones. But that's good. Yeah, I'm glad that that you enjoyed it, that you still came on the show after watching a couple. It's a good sign.
Well, I was like, man, what am I actually getting into right now?
Just this.
There's this show on Showtime called Z-Way, and what she does is she like invites people to like sit and have a conversation with her. And honestly, I'm like, who these people's publicists probably did not do any research on what kind of show this is, because like she basically just rips her guests apart like every time. Like they're usually like, one of the people is like Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hanks, put out all these videos where he's like speaking in patois and sounding like a complete idiot. And then she's like, invites him on the show. And she's like, well, tell me, how do you feel about appropriating a whole language and culture, like ripping this dude to shreds? And like, yeah, it's great. Check it out. Z-Way, Showtime.
Okay. So I should do that to my guests, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Put you on the spot.
It works. Yeah. What you got?
Well, I've already poked at your social anxiety. I mean, I don't know how much deeper to go.
That's about it.
I don't like to push, for me, it's just an excuse to meet you and know you, I'm not trying to Eric Andre or like Between Two Ferns, my guests, and like trap people in a really awkward sort of
I'm just
moment.
like, why? I can't do Between Two Ferns. It's just like it's like painfully awkward. You ever get embarrassed like watching a thing? I just get embarrassed, like really embarrassed about it. I was like, I feel bad for everybody
President Obama.
Involved. Yeah.
I love the producer Scott Aukerman, who does Comedy Bang Bang. A huge inspiration of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. You're big into comedy?
I'm big into Scott Aukerman.
Yeah.
And Earwolf in general, like those improv comedy like podcasts, like Improv for Humans and Freedom and stuff like that.
Nice. I don't really know much. I'm like, I think super ignorant when it comes to comedy, except for like some stand up. I've been like I know so many people who watch stand up that I have to like involve myself in it just so that I like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And kind of try to figure that out,
Yeah. I love stand up. I feel pretty ad lib most of the time too.
Yeah.
Or like maybe my taste is like pretty niche, but I like some broader stuff too. Mark Maron's new special was pretty good.
Nice. I just watched Marlon Wayne's new special.
How was that?
It was all right. I mean, it's weird. He's like talks about life through the lens of his life through the lens of the Will Smith Chris Rock slap on at the Grammys or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Oscars.
Well, I felt like we all got slapped that day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Daddy, no. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna mess with Will Smith. We'll certainly keep Jada Pinkett Smith's name out of my mouth.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Full
right.
stop.
That's where it came from.
Right.
That's what that was about.
But I think it's more okay to like make fun of his son, right? With the poetry and the
What's he got?
wildness. I don't some wild poetry out there.
Really? That's cool. I gotta
Yeah.
check it out.
You should,
I only
you
know
should.
one. I know one. I guess his name's Jaden Smith. He's got a really good. I wish I could. I wish I knew what it was. It's one really good song that he's got that I actually like. I'm like, oh, listen to this kid. He can rap just like his daddy.
Nice.
But mostly I probably don't really listen to him very much. Jaden Smith.
Are you spinning any Will Smith? Do you do
You
the
know what?
obligatory
I do.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I have Wild Wild West on vinyl,
Yeah, nice.
and that's the only Will Smith song I'll spin. Though I should probably spin Summertime. That's a good one.
Yeah, summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild Wild West is a movie that is embarrassing to watch.
You think so? I love Wild Wild West, dude. It just, what I think I have like nostalgia for. I used to have a Burger King up the street from the house that I grew up in.
Totally. Those little sunglasses.
So like, yeah, all the like Happy Meals or what are they? I don't guess. What is a burger?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever the Burger
Kids
King
meal.
equivalent, kids meal
Yeah. Mm.
equivalent to the Happy Meal is the Unhappy Meal. They had all the Wild Wild West toys, and you had to collect all of them, and I collected all of them. And also, I saw it in the theater. It was a big thing. I got some nostalgia for it.
The
It
metal
doesn't
spider's
hit.
cool.
I will say that it hit maybe like once when I DJ'd that song, and then every other time people were like, "This song,"
We're summertime.
Yeah. So I may have taken it out of rotation for the past year, but
Did
it
you
was in there.
did you say that these shows at Shakey's and Imperial are weekly?
Yeah. So
You-
Tuesdays are weekly at Imperial. I'm there 9 to midnight. Wednesdays, Shakey's 9 to 2. Friday at Shakey's. I do Friday with the band every like first and third Monday or Friday. And then but I DJ every Friday from midnight to 2. And
Oh,
then,
okay, gotcha.
yeah. And then Lazy Diamond 10 to 2 every Saturday.
Oh, okay. That's a happening spot too.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Lazy Diamond. I mean, and we've really grown all the nights that me and Zeus DJ together. We've really grown a lot from where we started, and it's cool to like have these nights that are, that people come to, and like they know what to expect. They know they can expect a safe environment. Because we definitely don't take any shit. The bartenders don't take any shit at any of these places, and just kind of it is what it is. It's a safe environment. The music's good. Good people come to it generally. Every once in a while, you gotta kick somebody out. It is what it is.
Yeah,
The
it's
world isn't
bars,
perfect.
Public.
Yeah, bars,
America.
drunk people,
Yeah.
America. Yep. So,
That I want to hear the different. So wait, I got two. First of all, I'm just curious if you're in the back of Lazy Diamond or are you in the front?
We're in the
they're now
front.
in a double venue, right?
yeah. Strange Magic is in the back. We're in the front on Saturdays. Though I did DJ my friend's birthday party on Monday in the back.
All
That's
right.
the first time I've ever been back there in that capacity, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the back feels lonely compared to the front.
Yeah, it's a little lonely.
Yeah.
That's where you go when you're trying to like get away from people,
Yeah, let's go chat in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go listen to some jazz and, sip on some wine back there. That's good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm curious if there are different things that you sling that really hit at these different venues, and let's try and stereotype them and
Yeah.
create some categories. Lazy Diamond is like a tiki sort of more punk. They have like punk shows and metal shows and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I'm sure you might be slinging stuff differently than Shakey's and Imperial. Imperial's like a little chiller and smaller and
So one of our friends the other day, I think Zeus and I had like gotten into a routine and like kind of like not a set list or whatever, because it would still change every week what we do, but we kind of got into like a habit of doing specific songs and stuff like that. So now my instead of like try to necessarily match the environment, I try to like do something different that I haven't done before. Like I try to like base the sets around like I download new music every week. I buy new records every week. Like I'm trying to like basically just do different shit, and some of it hits, and some of it doesn't. But generally we've gotten to a point. I think, I used to look at. I feel like I used to look down at DJing, like because I've played instruments since I was in third grade, and also bands are always pitted against DJs for some reason. Like, I can't tell you how many times we've like showed up in a faraway city and we're like in the main room and then there's a DJ in the back room, and like of course people are going to gravitate towards the DJ because they look to hear a bunch of songs that they know, especially if the DJ is good, you know what I mean, and can keep people moving straight. A band has a stop in between songs. It's not like, I guess you don't have to, but most bands do. Yeah.
Those punk bands.
Yeah. But most people do, or like a jam band, they'll just like meld all their songs into one song, but yeah, I think I have so much respect for the art of DJing now, where like I basically want to I'm just always trying to do some different shit. Like it's just, and I don't want to be like, the other DJs around town either. And I don't want to play the same music that they play. So to get back to what you asked me, I play a more chill set on Tuesdays, more sexy set on Wednesdays.
Right, because it's sexy night.
Yeah.
You gotta
A
romance
very
it up.
like 90s, early 2000s set on Friday. And then
where's Friday again?
That's at Shakey's as well.
Oh, okay, right.
And then on Saturday we like go everywhere. It's like a journey oftentimes. Even Wednesdays are kind of a journey too. I want it all to be a journey generally.
Yeah.
Because I don't play like specific genres or anything like that. I kind of just like, I want to be able to like, I'll go from like Krungbin to like, I don't know, some wild hip hop song.
Yeah,
and,
like Call Me
the
Maybe.
two. Yeah. Maybe not that one. I don't really do too much pop top 40 stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you want to jolt people sometimes and then sometimes create more like
Yeah. I definitely will like, I'll play some like Mariah Carey or something like that. So
top
there's some top 40. And like, in the age of TikTok, like if a song's really like popping off on TikTok, I'll like download it because I'm like, I actually kind of like this too.
Like some of the themes from like those children's shows, like what?
All that. You'll hear all that at a DJ set every once in a while.
Yeah.
All that and the theme song to Keenan and Kel, I'll toss in there every once in a while. Need to get that Rocco's Modern Life, the B-52s.
Is that the B-50? Oh, it is. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Uh-huh. You got to get a sample of Kel giving a spiel about orange soda and put that over the next song after the Keenan and Kel. So I'm curious. I can relate to what you just said about like looking down on just gearheads and
Mm-hmm.
DJs, for
Mm-hmm.
so long, and until I found myself like, oh no, I'm one of them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for a long time, I even thinking about guitar tone was like somewhat alien to me. I was like, it's hard enough to know the notes and be able to
Mm-hmm.
play. And I was more concerned with just like music theory and stuff like that. But getting deeper into sound quality and like and just learning about DJs, the program, to use and how sophisticated that can be to listen to
Yeah.
what's coming and really juggle sort of a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you could tell when people don't like you easily. I've never been
I
booed
guess you are
as
like
a
right.
musician,
Yeah.
or as, I mean, I guess you're still a musician as a DJ. Sorry. I've never been booed playing an instrument or singing on stage before, but I have certainly been booed DJing.
Oh yeah.
Like not a lot, but at least twice.
Which isn't a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
It,
It's
it hurts.
damaging. Yeah, yeah.
It'll stay
The
with you.
first time I
Oh,
was like,
amp.
man, I don't even. It was like right when I first started DJing, and like I just like dropped the ball. I don't know. I was just like, I like couldn't figure out how to make the song play. I mean, I was new, like super new to it. Like I was just, and I started with vinyl, so I had never used a digital mixer, and Zeus is like, hey, he's DJing at Ben's Tune Up on like a Friday, so the room is packed. There's like literally hundreds of people in this room,
Yeah.
and like the vibe, he's got people going, and then I like drop the song, and then nothing happens.
Ah.
And everybody just like the whole room turns and they're like, boo!
Oh
I
no.
was like,
Which
dude, I just like started sweating. I
immediately, yeah.
was like, somebody get Zeus. I'm never DJing again. Yeah. And then the last time was just like I accidentally tripped on like the electrical cable and this our shit shut off.
It hurts for you, but like, in retrоспect, it must have been really fun for everybody to boo you.
Yeah,
You know?
probably.
A bunch of
I
drunk
guess.
people like getting into it like boo, like I don't know, it's a fun moment sort of for them, but they might not think about how
Oh,
it's
dude,
affecting you.
I was terrified.
I've been booed like pretty much once, like at playing classical guitar at a uh like a welcoming party for the wedding, like the day before. What is that called? Oh my god, it's my profession. I'm just gonna move
The
on though.
yeah, I don't
The
know.
the night before the wedding,
Yeah,
the dinner, the rehearsal dinner.
it's kind of like the nightmare before Christmas. Sorry.
It was for this uncle because he was
Yeah,
like really drunk and he kept yelling at me to play half your stuff, but I'm playing like classical guitar, so it's can only be so like hype, you
yeah.
know. And there was nothing I could do.
He's like free bird.
It was basically that for like an hour and nobody helped me out.
Yeah. I
It's
feel
rough.
that.
It
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that doing weddings and stuff like that kind of terrifies me way more than doing what I do. Like these people are gonna remember this night for the rest of their lives.
The pressure's up. Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
a videographer comes over and talk about like sweating.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
you're
like,
just like
now's not the moment
just like
to
beads
mess up.
off of your head. Yeah.
Lands on the camera. Like, I'm so sorry. I like it though. It's a celebration. Everybody's
Mhm.
all fancy. And usually the environment is gorgeous too.
Mhm.
And I get to play music that I like most of the time. Sometimes
Most of
it's
the
Call
time.
Me Maybe.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? I love Call Me Maybe.
Yeah, I can tell.
So tell me about like what you are playing and like your rig or your guitar, your style there. So like if like how much of the guitar in the Beekeeper stuff is you? Are you usually playing stuff that distorted?
So the rhythm stuff is all me, for sure. But no, I don't know. I like a little bit of everything. I think over the pandemic, I had never really, I played acoustic mainly up until even when Natural Born Leaders first started. I played acoustic in the band, and then maybe like midway through, I was like, oh, we're getting like heavier. I need to get an electric guitar that's functional.
Mm-hmm.
And so I fixed up this Dane Electra. I was playing through a real shitty PV amp, and like I had like one of those like multi effects pedals that was like one pedal.
Yeah.
Which now I've like, so when
Now
the pandemic hit,
you're over that.
yeah, I'm
You're
like way
snubbing
over
your
that.
nose
It
at
was so
multi-effects
gross.
pedals.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was terrible. I mean, it's just the quality of sound is terrible. The amp that I was using was terrible. And you know, I will say this: somebody said to me, like a few years ago, my friend Next, you know Next Milan.
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
Worked
Next.
Leaf with him.
I love that individual. But he said to me once, he was like, I was like saying something about like the equipment that I had, and he's just like, you're just making excuses, basically. And I will say that with the equipment that I had, I think I made it sound good. And I think that that is also important to say, that like, you know, you can really, I mean, look at the stuff Kurt Cobain would use like to play on stage. You know, that's like traditionally that would be a terrible rig, but it sounds great. It sounded like Kurt Cobain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that there is an element of that. But then the pandemic hit, and I was like, I focused a lot on tone and like working on like what my specific tone was. So then I started getting into pedals, and now I've got a ton of pedals, and like I've got a decent like reverb, Fender, Fender reverb or whatever. And like I think that kind of, at least for those first couple songs, like help me, like with me and Kev, our drummer, wrote Addy Daddy on that, which is the instrumental song, and like that definitely was like, I was like, oh yeah, I could get heavy as shit, which I've never really done before. I grew up listening to punk music and emo screamo music and stuff like that, so I think like, you know, that it's been in metal, you know, it's been in me, but I've never actually done it. I also grew up listening to hip hop, so I don't know, so it makes sense. Yeah.
What about both?
Yeah.
Like Korn.
Oh yeah. Some new metal. Big Blue, our cover band, Big Blue, does some. We play anything from literally Sam Cooke to Korn.
Yeah,
and
nice.
like Limp Bizkit. We learned some Dropkick Murphys for St. Patty's Day.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we do a little bit of everything. In that band, I just sing though. I don't play guitar or anything. And there's 3 singers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a big band.
Yeah, there's 7 of us in that band. Yeah, 3 singers, percussion, drums, bass, guitar.
Okay. Is that a video that you guys released recently?
No, with that band
video
kind
project?
of only exists in bars. In bars and on Instagram. Big Blue Jams. Please give us a follow. Whichever camera I need to look at.
Oh, what? I just switched to that one.
Yeah. Okay.
You think that cameras are overkill? I think it adds something to it. I have an engineer in here every now and then, but I just learned that I can program the cameras to switch automatically like every 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm very excited to get that going, but I slacked and didn't prepare that for your appearance here.
Turns out I was running late, as I do. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's like a personality defect.
There was one person that I had to, because if I don't start by 10 minutes after 8, the event that I created like deletes itself.
Really?
Like, because the multi-platform like that I use.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, please be here at 8. I was like, there I was, 8 o'clock.
You nailed it. Yeah. This other person did not, and so I like met them on camera. It already started. It was pretty fun. But it's super casual, obviously. This is really nothing to worry about at all. And why do I worry about it all the time? I don't know.
I mean, because you know, I think this is important too. It's cool that you're doing something that introduces like the public of Asheville, at least, you know, whatever your you know, group that you're working with versus, and also like our groups, to like something different. You know what I mean? It's cool. It was cool. I learned listening to this earlier. I learned stuff about people that I actually know pretty well that I didn't know. So that's cool.
So what would you say that would make other people learn something about you when they watch this video later? What do you keep bottled up? Now's the time.
Well, I think
Release
it always shocks people when I tell them that I have. We were talking about social anxiety, like. I think that always like really shocks people. Like social anxiety, depression, I mean, all you name it, I got it. Probably a little ADHD, undiagnosed, but yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a cool guy to me. I wasn't
Thanks,
picking up on any of that.
Yeah.
But I do think that being an artist or like I don't know, all sorts of things that you are, like being a performer in the public eye, out and about late at night, sleep deprived, you know, there's a lot of stuff that happens to you. Like I think practicing guitar every day like does weird things to my brain, just this weird repetitive motion. It's almost like insane for me to just do the same thing like every day for, you know, for what reason, you know?
That's why our DJ sets have gotten to the point where like we're trying to do something different every time, because I would just be miserable if I had to like play the same songs 5 nights a week, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
I would be like, no, this is not working for me. I need to do something better.
So what does help you feel better? How do you stay on top of like your mental health?
I skateboard, and I started like maybe 2 years ago after not skateboarding since I was in my early 20s, and I'm 33 now. So I didn't realize how much, well, you know, I would say, I think if anybody is looking for something to like change that element, I think it is important to like exercise. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be skateboarding, but like just any kind of exercise or being outside or
sunshine.
Sunshine. Like get some of that. I think that that's super important, and that for certain helps me. That, and now I actually do get a little bit more sleep than I was. I'm not burning the candle at both ends anymore. So, you know, I feel a much happier individual now, which is cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think occupying your mind, like putting down the screens or the phone or like the drive to do something like work and just like doing something like skateboarding, getting away. That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cool to, or I would say to find something that like you can see yourself. Like it's like a hobby that I can see myself like results, you know, pretty frequently. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm getting better at this. So like to have something that you're like getting better at, that also doesn't have like, I'm not trying to be a professional skateboarder at this point. You know what I mean? Like I'm 33 years old. I have no misconceptions as to what that means. You know, I'm a better skateboarder now than I ever was, though, I think, which is cool.
Nice.
You know, I think.
Can you do a 1080?
No fucking way. not without dying.
My skateboard experience with the Tony Hawk
Pro Skater.
Pro Skater, yeah.
We want to do this thing that cover band wants to do. We want to do an entirely Tony Hawk Pro Skaters.
That
like that
show could sell out, dude.
We're gonna do
album
that
is awesome.
at the skate park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do. They're gonna do a fundraiser. I'm sure sometime soon. They do several of them a year.
The Ace of Spades.
We were talking about that. I know, dude. I know that whole album is so good. Was there a dog that just barked
inside my house? That would be wild. I don't know.
Do you have a dog?
I do not have a dog. I have a cat.
No.
Okay.
Did you hear something though?
I did not hear a dog, but we'll know because it's being recorded. So
yeah,
maybe these picked it up.
Did you hear that? I swear I'm not high, America. No.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
It's coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My neighbors did talk about getting a new dog. They told me about it, and I was sort of like, well, I have like a music studio. Like, is this dog gonna be super loud? They had one before, and they kept it outside just all the time.
Oh.
And it was really sort of sad, and it just barked like all day long.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, the other neighbor on the other side of them, I think it wasn't me, called, animal services, and they took the dog away, which is great for the dog's protection.
Yeah.
Not for my neighbor, but also it was helpful for my studio.
Yeah.
I mean-
Yeah. They're like, so we're thinking about getting another one. You're like, oh god damn.
I was like, oh man. I have clients in here trying to record,
Yeah.
and I'd have to, like, I don't know, go out in there and pay him $20 to take his dog for a walk or something.
Yeah. Well, you just get this dog the hell out of here, dude. You got a nice studio. I like it. I like it in here.
Thanks, man. It's coming together. I really love working in here. I teach my lessons over there. I got all my effects pedals over here.
I was just looking at that. I was like, geez, what do we got? What are we working with over here?
Yeah, that bottom one is like my little, that's the pedal board that I would bring
Your
to
to-go
gigs.
rig?
Or yeah.
Yeah.
So I got like a bunch of nicer mini fogers when I was working at Moog with the
Not a mini
discount.
fogger.
Yeah, a lot of mini fogers.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. And then the big ones, the Moger fogers, are even deeper, sort of expressive things. But they just released all of the Moger fogers as like VST plugins. So now, no, like, I don't know.
I have a what is it, Granddaddy or whatever. Like during the pandemic they released an app for like one of the, I forget which one it is now. I'm like,
The Model D, maybe?
oh, Model D, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released an app for it, and I was like, oh, sick. So I have
Womp.
I have a Moog too on my phone.
All right, forget your guitar tonight. You can just hold the phone
I'm
up
just
to-
doing this. Wah, 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 you know.
Where did you guys record the Beekeepers EP?
On this side of town, actually, there's a studio. So Patrick Doyle's produced everything that anything that I've ever worked on. Basically, my solo projects, my all the Natural Born Leaders albums, and now Beekeepers. And he's got a studio right in the Roots and Wings building, in the back of the Roots and Wings building, and on East Asheville. Is this East Asheville?
This is South Asheville.
No,
But let's not
it's
dox
not
me.
over here. Yeah. My bad. And your address is no.
It's unfortunate. It is just on the internet because it's like a business.
Yeah.
People can call me. You can call me right now, and I won't answer it because my phone's doing the Instagram live. But you can't comment. I forgot to say that earlier. We've got the little comment guy open so far. We got viewers, but no comments. So if you comment, we'll see them and we'll look at them. But that can be very disruptive to the conversation too.
No. Please ask us a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Host the show for me, please.
But
Have I asked you enough questions?
yeah, I mean, we could go all day. So yeah, that's what I do.
We could go all day, but we're actually almost out of time.
Sick.
We made it to the hour.
Awesome.
Are there any dangling threads that we should address? Any plugs?
I got nothing. I got
Words of
nothing.
wisdom,
Yeah,
tips and
I could give
tricks.
you some words of wisdom. I
Good
would
radiant,
say-
sexy radio voice back.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen of America, just drink water and mind your fucking business.
That's solid. Half of that, I think I'll stay behind. It's important to mind your business.
Yeah, it's very important to mind your business. I feel like more people should do more of that. But it is what it is. We're all human.
Yeah, pick up a skateboard.
Yeah, pick up a skateboard, go get some fresh air.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're not going to get any fresh air here in a moment, but we are going to take a quick break and jam. So again, if you're watching on like Instagram or anything that's not YouTube, why don't you click over to YouTube and subscribe? And I think maybe you're watching this in the future, and I'll have set up a Patreon. You could go, get a membership on that. What's up?
I'm just looking at what you got working on over there. I was like, did anybody comment?
No comments. No. It says hooray. The chat is waiting for new messages.
Sick.
Yeah. But maybe they'll comment later. We'll get back to them. This is Asheville 8-Note. It's a podcast now. It's
Okay.
on YouTube. We chat and jam. My name is Sam Irvin. We're in Asheville, North Carolina. And you are my Asheville musician guest for the week, Mike Martinez, aka Sad Mike.
Sad Mike. Bad Mike. No.
Bad Mike. That would be a cool moniker to somehow make,
Yeah.
a little logo with all three happening.
Just all of them, all of the letters.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a create your own adventure type deal.
Right. Do you want Sad Mike at your event? Thanks so much for coming on. Let's jam.
Thanks.
I gotta make my way to the computer to stop the stream though. So we're still on. All right, back to the please wait. gotta let the world hear you.
The world needs to know.
Definitely. Okay, I think we're there. Oh yeah, people can hear me talking into this mic. Oh, and the other mics. But you don't want to hear me because you'll just hear a bunch of... Okay, let's do 3.
I could try. I'm not terrible. I'm not great. I go over the beat though.
I'd love to hear. Tighten your strap a little bit.
That's cool. I'm a large, lanky man.
I'm a short king, you know.
Short king. I'm literally, the drums are the newest instrument of all the instruments that I play.
You sound great.
That's all I got.
You got the drummer face. Yeah, you got your jaw a little bit.
Yeah.
This is so fun. It's always fun to like play somebody
Honestly, I use that pedal the least. I'm like, there's not really many practical applications for synthesized.
Yeah, not really.
You know? It doesn't really make a lot of
Together.
sense.
It's a little too gigantic.
It'll just piss off any bass player that you're playing with. The octave sensations, I would use the octave pedal to record like a bass line or something like that. And then sometimes I would use the synth for like if I wanted like a different kind of sound for like the main riff that I was playing or whatever.
Oh, like
So it makes more sense in like a loop. That stuff makes more sense in like a loop application, but for like, you know, everyday use, I basically use all the other pedals for beekeepers things.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've got the digital delay over there. Nice and loud. Oh, yes. All right. You still have the clip-on tuner?
Go.
They.
Oh, that's right here.
socials
Dude,
to say.
same. So like, oh no, I got a gig.
Right, yeah. Thanks for delaying that a little bit.
That
so
was
you could do this.
It's the beauty of having a DJ.
Oh, yeah.
He's been at it since 9.
People don't even go out till like 10,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
usually. Yeah.
I went and hung out with this girl on Friday. We were going to go see Rubble Bucket.
Nice.
And I like bought tickets and I went to go pick her up. And then she took so long to get ready that she's like a little younger and
That
she's
you
just like
missed the
having
show?
a nice time. That we missed the show, yeah.
Jeez. I love Rubble Bucket.
I know, I was really looking forward to going.
Did you have tickets?
I did buy tickets like an idiot.
Oh, bummer.
And yeah, it was worth it though.
It's worth it.
It's a miss out. But yeah, it's crazy. I forgot about I mean, I used to be like that when I was going out a lot.
Yeah.
Go out at 10 or 11.
Yeah.
But now I can't even fathom it.
I can't
I'm gonna
fathom
hurt
it.
tomorrow and being up till like 11. I'm a wimp now.
Oh man, it's just the way of the gigs. The gigs bring me here. Are we still live?
Oh yeah, we are. But nobody can